Good morning from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. It's 9:23 a.m. on Thursday, the 4th of September 2025. And it's just a glorious, glorious day here at Sacred Space, Titania's Realm. It's 21 degrees Celsius, according to my laptop, and sunny, according to my eyes. And I've put the birdie boys outside and they're so happy, they're singing happily, and life's pretty good here at Sacred Space. Had a really beautiful day yesterday. I was gifted by my friends Bill and Belinda a beautiful upgrade on a spinning wheel that I bought last year that wasn't actually functioning all that well and had a few serious flaws, and I was struggling with it. So they gave me a replacement Ashford that had been in someone's garage for years, so it needs lots of oiling, and I've got to sand all the bits of metal down, and not down, but like grind the rust off is what I mean. And but it's a beautiful spinning wheel, so thank you, Belinda and Bill. It's gorgeous of you to think of me. And it came with a Lazy Kate, which is a stand that you hold the wooden bobbins for the spinning wheel on, which was also lovely. And yes, and I also got gifted yesterday three second-hand, but three chairs. This desk chair I'm sitting on, which is very comfortable, and an upgrade on my old one. And two stools, which will come in handy if I ever get a studio and more room to scooch around on wheels. They're on wheels, so I can scooch around. So I've been very, very blessed yesterday with wonderful gifts, and I'm very appreciative and grateful. So to that wonderful benefactor, to you also. So I'm a very spoilt mama T. I really am. But as you can probably guess, I haven't bothered to get dressed this morning. I don't feel all that well. I came home and my lungs arced up a fair bit, so I had some mullein tea to try and drive the congestion off my lungs, and then I had a very bad result with my sleep last night. Backslid to 1.9 events of not breathing an hour, which was also disappointing because the day before it was 0.4, I think. So swings and roundabouts with my body and its functioning and health, but look, I feel mentally clear and kind of okay in spite of my weird lung congestion issues. And so what else is new? I've struggled with my lungs for 56 out of my 60 years, and I'm still alive, ain't I? So there was a fair bit of interventions needed over the years with antibiotics and Ventolin and Seretide, and I'm not taking any medications at all, not even Ventolin, so I'm soldiering on quite well. I'm getting a quick sneaky reading in of The Hobbit before my cleaning lady Rati arrives. She arrives at 10, so it's now 9:27. So I better crack on with it because, we'll be interrupted when she arrives. But I thought, while I feel mentally clear and kind of happy, I glued these down so they're not going to fly around, but they're still not sitting quite right. So I'm having struggles with these, but they look better than they were. They're not able to spin completely round, although that one still wants to do the spin. So even my earrings have their own energy and ways to spin around on a dime. Right, so let us continue with chapter 10, A Warm Welcome. The day grew lighter and warmer as they floated along. After a while, the river rounded a steep shoulder of land that came down upon their left. Under its rocky feet, like an inland cliff, the deepest stream had flowed, lapping and bubbling. Suddenly the cliff fell away, the shores sank, the trees ended. Then Bilbo saw a sight. The lands opened wide about him, filled with the waters of the river, which broke up and wandered in 100 winding courses, or halted in marshes and pools dotted with isles on every side. But still a strong water flowed on steadily through the midst. And far away, its dark head in a torn cloud, there loomed the mountain. Its nearest neighbours to the northeast and the tumbled land that joined it to them could not be seen. All alone it rose and looked across the marshes to the forest. The lonely mountain. Bilbo had come far and through many adventures to see it, and now he did not like the look of it in the least. I'm going on an adventure on Sunday with my friend and adopted brother Jared. I asked him if we could go back to Springbrook to where we had that wonderful encounter with the fairies, but rain is forecast for Sunday, so we might go to Mount Tambourine instead and look at all the shops. So I'm so excited because it's my first outing in months and months and months. So, I mean, apart from going dancing last Friday night, but it's my first, adventure out in the wilds of Brisbane in a long time, and I'm very happy and excited about it. And my friends Robin and Peter and their little dog Coco are coming to visit me on Friday afternoon, and I'm excited about that. And Lynn might come on Friday as well. It's going to be a busy day with lots of visitors and excitement. And, it's weird in sacred space. It's a feast or a famine. I see no one and I go nowhere, sometimes for months on end, and suddenly everyone wakes up and, we connect up, usually in the same week, and then it's long weeks of loneliness again. It's a bit strange, but I'm still happy and excited and grateful to be able to see all my friends and hang out and go out with Jared on Sunday because it's been a long time. And, we've got some eastern rosellas have come to say hello to my birds. Oh, what a pity. I can't show you because I'm on my laptop. So I'll film it, if I can film in time. He doesn't quite can't make them out. Oh yes. Let's see. Oh, that is the most gorgeous little thing. Oh, it's actually flown onto, I'm not going to be able to film. He's flown onto their cage and he's twittering away to them. You got to visit him, my boys. A pale-headed rosella. That has never happened before, that the pale-headed rosellas have come to say hello. It's usually the lorikeets. Wow, this is a sign, people of Earth. It's going to be another magical day. A magical and beautiful and blessed day. Oh, I'm so excited and I'm so grateful. You should see Bo though. He's sitting in his cage going, what? Hello, pretty birdie. Have you come to visit us at Titania's realm? Are you telling my boys a story? Kermie's listening to you. He really is. Oh my goodness. He's gone now. Right, I'll show you the video. The video within a video within a video. It's a bit surrealist, isn't it? Right, here we go. I'll put it on mute because you've already heard.
A pale-headed rosella.
You've already heard the dialogue, so I'll just show you without sound. That's him there. He's sort of blue and then his head is yellow, but you can't quite see it because his head's hidden by all the feeding bowls and everything. But look how gorgeous. They actually fly onto their cage and twitter away at them. Oh, you see? Magic happens. Well, actually, the materialist rationalist will say science happens, nature happens, but nature to me is magical and beautiful. You can see Kermie getting very excited. Did you have a visit from the wild birds, Kermie? You sexy thing, you. He's like eating corn now. All right, that was just delightful. I'm going to post that. I'm going to post that. It's not a very good video though, is it? Well, I'll post it anyway. It'll do. It will do, chooks.
You got a visitor, my boys. A pale-headed
You can hear him
rosella.
singing.
Pale-headed rosella. You got a visitor, my boys.
Right. I'm very happy and excited about that. See, my life is so really quite simple and streamlined, and not much really happens. So the most exciting thing is when the wild birds come. But you know, I see it as being, I suppose, a daughter of the gods myself, and I see it as an immense gift when they actually come and have that level of intimacy with us. That's never happened before. A pale-headed rosella getting so close to my boys or even to me. Never. They usually stay in the distance and fly away. So it's a sign. Perhaps when he saw Bo with his yellow head, he thought he was one of his species, and that's probably what he was trying to tell him. Why is it that you have a yellow head but your body is all grey? What happened to you? That's probably what he was asking him. Oh, but you know what? That was just so freaking delightful. I'm just effervescing with delight like a child. So, let's calm down. Let's calm down and go back to the stories, boys. Right. So he did not look like the look of the lonely mountain after all the adventures he went through to see it. As he listened to the talk of the raftmen and pieced together the scraps of information they let fall, he soon realised that he was very fortunate ever to have seen it at all, even from this distance. Dreary as had been his imprisonment and unpleasant as was his position, to say nothing of the poor dwarfs underneath him, still he had been more lucky than he had guessed. The talk was all of the trade that came and went on the waterways and the growth of the traffic on the river as the roads out of the east towards Mirkwood vanished or fell into disuse, and of the bickerings of the lake men and the wood elves about the upkeep of the forest fire and the care of the banks. Those lands had changed much since the days when dwarfs dwelt in the mountains, days which most people now remembered only as a very shadowy tradition. They had changed even in recent years, and since the last news that Gandalf had had of them. Great floods and rains had swollen the waters that flowed east, and there had been an earthquake or two, which some were inclined to attribute to the dragon, alluding to him chiefly with a curse and an ominous nod in the direction of the mountain. The marshes and bogs had spread wider and wider on either side. Paths had vanished, and many a rider and wanderer too, if they had tried to find the lost ways across. The elf rode through the wood which the dwarfs had followed on the advice of Beorn, now came to a doubtful and little used end at the eastern edge of the forest. Only the river offered any longer a safe way through the skirts of Mirkwood in the north to the mountain-shadowed plains beyond, and the river was guarded by the Wood Elves' king. So you see, Bilbo had come in the end by the only road that was any good. It might have been some comfort to Mr. Baggins, shivering on the barrels, if he had known that news of this had reached Gandalf far away and given him great anxiety, and that he was in fact finishing his other business, which does not come into this tale, and getting ready to come in search of Thorin's company. But Bilbo did not know it. All he knew was that the river seemed to go on and on and on forever, and he was hungry and had a nasty cold in the nose, and did not like the way the mountains seemed to frown at him and threaten him as it drew ever nearer. After a while, however, the river took a more southerly course, and the mountain receded again, and at last, late in the day, the shores grew rocky, the river gathered all its wandering waters together into a deep and rapid flood, and they swept along at great speed. The sun had set when, turning with another sweep towards the east, the forest river rushed into the long lake. There it had a wide mouth with stony, cliff-like gates at either side, whose feet were piled with shingles. The long lake! Bilbo had never imagined that any water that was not the sea could look so big. It was so wide that the opposite shores looked small and far, but it was so long that its northerly end, which pointed towards the mountain, could not be seen at all. Only from the map did Bilbo know that away up there, where the stars of the Wain were already twinkling, the running river came down into the lake from Dale, and with the forest river, filled with deep waters that must have once been a great, deep, rocky valley. Something tells me there's gold in them hills. Gold in them hills, people there. Right. At the southern end, perhaps opals. Who doesn't love opals? I'm very attracted to pretty, shiny things. Part fairy, part hobbit, part human. Depends on my mood on any given day, am I right? Right. At the southern end, the doubled waters poured out again over high waterfalls and ran away hurriedly to unknown lands. In the still evening air, the noise of the falls could be heard like a distant roar. Not far from the mouth of the forest river was the strange town he heard the elves speak of in the king's cellars. It was not built on the shore, though there were a few huts and buildings there, but right on the surface of the lake, protected from the swell of the entering river by a promontory of rock which formed a calm bay. A great bridge made of wood ran out to where, on huge piles made of forest trees, was built a busy wooden town. Not a town of elves, but of men, who still dared to dwell here under the shadow of the distant Dragon Mountain. They still throve on the trade that came up the great river from the south and was carted past the falls to their town. But in the great days of old, when Dale in the north was rich and prosperous, they had been wealthy and powerful, and there had been fleets of boats on the waters, and some were filled with gold, and some with warriors in armour. And there had been wars and deeds which were now only legend. The little pale-headed Rosella's back. He's very friendly and he's on his own. Makes me wonder if he's an escaped pet. Hello, cheeky bird. Hello, lovely boy. I'm going to finish the sentence of this paragraph and rush out, put some lorikeet food out for him. He might come and get some. He's talking to my boys again. He's back on the cage. Well, I never. What a strange day today is proving to be. Right, where were we? Rati's due to arrive any minute too. I'm going to finish this here because I'm excited about that bird. I really am. Listen to him. Oh, here comes another one. Oh, this is just, it's too beautiful to miss, people there. I want to cry. The other one has orange on top of its head. Must be the male. Oh, they're just so beautiful. They are so stunningly beautiful. My goodness. I have never seen these birds before, like to come so close to us. Hello. Oh, look, let me try and get some photos at least. Can't be seen through the screen mesh. They've come back this time with, I think the male's got slightly bright orange on his head. And they're twittering away and talking to my boys and fluttering about very excitedly. There's two of them now. Oh, just delightful. Just delightful. Little Beau's going crazy at the male. Maybe he knows it's a male. Right, that's it, people of Earth. Let's finish off that paragraph and I'll go outside with the birds. Some sang too that Thor and Thrain would come back one day and gold would flow in rivers through the mountain gates, and all that land would be filled with new song and new laughter. But this pleasant legend did not much affect their daily business. I'll be back later with part 2 after Rati arrives, so blessed be from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm.